So what's going on, guys? My name's MrDalekJD, and in this video we're going to be talking about something very interesting, something which I've not spoken about on my channel for a very long time, as it's not been around for absolutely ages. We're talking about Extinction here today, which was the alien mode from Call of Duty Ghosts. Now you're probably wondering, why am I talking about this? Well, Lee Ross was replying to a few tweets the other day about Rave in the Redwoods, and someone said that it was a massive shame that you dropped Extinction. It was really good, but come on now, zombies has been around for so long, surely you could have done something different. And he replied saying, who says we dropped them? Now when I first saw this tweet, I got really hyped, because to be honest, Extinction was pretty darn awesome. Now I will say, I do prefer zombies and I'd pick zombies any day over it, but for something that was a little bit different, Extinction was very cool. There's probably a few of you watching this that may have never ever even played Extinction mode and you've got no idea what it is. So it's essentially a co-op mode where you fought against loads and loads of aliens called cryptids in outbreak sites where they've overran the area, and you had objectives which you have to destroy these sort of different sections using this drill that you were carrying around. The thing that made it different to zombies is it wasn't just a survival of rounds, it was more a set objective you had in each game, and that is what you were tied to do, and then when you completed it, of course you escaped the map, and that would have been it. Now there are loads of arguments for and against them bringing it back, but obviously it was a smart decision, probably from Activision's point of view, for Infinity Ward to do zombies instead rather than continue on Extinction, but it left it on a cliffhanger, and seeing this tweet made me think of what would it be like if they did bring Extinction back. Now this tweet did get some of the community really excited. You can see that was a reply to a tweet, and it has nearly 100 retweets and over 300 likes, so obviously the hype was pretty real for a lot of people when they saw that. But what exactly did he mean by this? Well, in my opinion, I doubt we're going to be seeing the full-fledged Extinction mode return inside of Infinite Warfare Zombies. What I do think, however, is we'll see the cryptids themselves return in some way. We already have seen them in Zombies in Spaceland. There's quite a few different arcade games which are themed around the ideas of the alien cryptids, such as Cryptid Attack, where you're throwing little balls at the cryptid teeth. He further went on to say that he personally loved what was done with Extinction, which was an Easter egg, and of course what we've done with zombies has been dope. So obviously they really like the idea of Extinction, but they also like zombies just as much. I can see them sort of doing the best of both worlds, and there could either be some big Easter egg, or perhaps a map would just be tied to a ton of Extinction throwbacks. Even in Rave in the Redwoods, we don't have a clown round anymore, it's something completely different. What if it was aliens? Or what if it was just a mix of zombies and aliens that were attacking us throughout the games rather than it just be zombies? It would fit the theme really well, considering the very first Extinction map was Point of Contact, which did take place really late at night. It was very dark and eerie, and it really had a cool atmosphere which they never really had in the DLC maps for Extinction, and Rave in the Redwoods kind of slips right next to that map's atmosphere in terms of just the next level, in terms of being much darker, much grittier, being set in the woods. I could really imagine there being some cryptid aliens running about. Now it is a shame that they didn't continue Extinction, for the fact that they left it on a story cliffhanger, just like they did with the Ghosts campaign. They left that on the cliffhanger, and it's pretty certain we'll never see a Ghosts 2 for that aspect, but they really left it on a big cliffhanger for Extinction and never explained it past that. So what if Infinite Warfare Zombies sort of mends that little bit of error they made by not explaining the story, and sort of tying a nice little ending to that Extinction story inside of Infinite Warfare Zombies? In my opinion, it sounds like a really genius idea that Infinity Ward should do, because then it clears up all the weird mystery behind it, and it's a nice thing because it adds a nod to it and brings it back in a way without it being a full-fledged mode. Like I mentioned earlier, they've already had some nods to it, and I doubt that's going to be the end of it, but it would be nice if they kind of fleshed it out a bit and had actual aliens. And by the sounds of it, Lee Ross is kind of hinting at the fact that we will see the Extinction aliens again, just may not necessarily be in its own Extinction mode. Now I will admit there were some really cool designs and different aliens that they had, such as the rhinos, which were these huge things that would run towards you, and in the final DLC map they had this weird floating alien, and it's funny because the Zombies in Spaceland alien boss is based exactly off the look of this alien that we had in Extinction. Now what's even funny now that we're talking about it is they've actually used quite a few things from Extinction within IW Zombies without us even realising. There was a weird barrel attachment inside of 2 Extinction maps which was called the Arc, which turned your gun into a laser weapon but gave it more ammo and gave it extra damage, and that's exactly what you find inside of Spaceland with the Arcane Core. It even shares a very similar name as a sort of a nod to it, as it does allow you to have an elemental effect on it. If you guys have played Extinction, you had Call of Duty Ghosts, I'm sure most of you watching did. What are your thoughts on it right now that there's been a good length of time since that was the main mode that we were playing? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Do you still play it even now? Let me know what you are thinking of it in the comments. And more importantly, do you think Infinity Ward should have continued on Extinction and Infinite Warfare, or do you think they made a good choice by going with zombies? Let me know your thoughts. But if you enjoyed the video, make sure to click that thumbs up button, make sure to subscribe as well, as we'll have more intel on Raven the Redwoods very, very soon, including the first look at gameplay and trailers from Infinity Ward themselves. It's going to be awesome, so be prepared for that, and I'll catch you next time.